Detroit Sports Nation, what's good? I am Eric Vincent, your host, stepping in on the DSN news desk to chop it up with you, the best fan base in the world. I appreciate you rocking out with me today again. And I got to start out with an apology. Just for forewarning, if I look terrible, if I look tired, that's all apologies to me. I tried to stay up and be a loyal, real Piston fan last night. I stayed up for the Summer League game. I don't know who was in charge of putting it at midnight, but I'm writing a letter to Adam Silver right now to get that handled, just for our sake, because we grown out here. Staying up past midnight to watch sports or anything is a challenge for us, so we gonna handle that accordingly. But we'll talk about the Pistons sometime next week. They got another game in Summer League this weekend. We'll talk about that later. For now, we're gonna get into the Tigers. And if you have any questions or maybe want to have a little foreshadowing to what our videos or what these conversations might be about, you can take a look right here, because I'm a man of coordination, and as a snapback connoisseur of the city that I am, I like to coordinate with my topics. So you can check out the bios and everything, but for the most part, I'm going to try to match the topics with the snapbacks and the drip that I got on to go with the content for the day. So I feel like I'm the freshest, in the Detroit media game. I don't think that's even a question, but I try to be humble in that conversation. Nah, I'm lying. I'm kidding. No, I'm that man. But if you feel like you want to come from my crown, feel free to hit me up. Find our socials. You can hit me up. I am Eric Vincent at all my social medias. And of course, you can find us on Real Detroit Sports Nation as well. DetroitSportsNation.com. Hit us up wherever and we'll get into it and talk about it. But let's talk about the Tigers. Let's get into the conversation. Because we saw some news break today for one of our GOATs getting the proper flowers that they deserve. Miguel Cabrera getting added in to his 12th All-Star Game for this coming summer. Him and Albert Pujols were added in as legend additions for the All-Star Game. And again, I'm a man who is appreciative of giving GOATs and legends their flowers while they can smell them. Because, in this country and even with, different things outside of sports, it's sad that we don't get to honor people the way that we should until they're gone or until they're retired, passed. We're not going to do that. Let's give Miguel Cabrera his flowers. As an all-time great, to me, the best hitter since Barry Bonds, he deserves all the kudos and credit possible, especially from us in this fan base. But I can't sit here and say that I'm excited. I can't sit here and say that I love this idea. I know it was a part of the collective bargaining agreement that had a part of the holdup where they get to add two legendary players to All-Star rosters to kind of kick up the roster base for the All-Star Game. I don't love it, man. I really don't. It just comes off as weird to me because while Miggy's had a pretty good season, I don't think he's been terrible. Well, the Tigers have been up and down, with their roller coaster of a season with their performances. But based on what Miggy's doing, again, he's been pretty decent. Hitting 308, only 3 homers, but knocking in 31 ribbies. He's played, 68 of the, 82 games as the designated hitter for the Tigers. He's been productive. And for me, even though he's been productive, and even though he's an all-time great, I just think it's taking away from what the All-Star Game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about honoring who's the best of the best right now. And I don't see that. I don't see that, and I just think it takes away from it. You're taking a roster spot away from somebody who truly deserves it in that sense. That's how it comes off to me. With Albert Pujols, same deal. He's not playing his best of his career right now. He's been decent. Miggy's been decent. They've been okay, but I just think it kind of, to me, I appreciate sports that don't lean on their history to keep their fans happy, to keep the game entertaining, to keep things on the up and up. I think it's too much greatness. There's a lot of young talent in the MLB that you could just showcase, and I'd be fine with that. I'd much rather be seeing guys like Mookie Betts. I'm excited to see Shohei Ohtani, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Jordan Alvarez, whoever. It's a lot of young players that are carrying this league and putting it on their back to show that we could carry it for the next 10 to 15. And I love that. And I just think reaching for this well to put them in the game is just weird. If you want to give them their flowers and give them their honors, do something before the All-Star Game itself. Do something. Give them a ceremonial moment during the 7th inning stretch. Give them a moment to honor them, during or before the All-Star Game. Do it before the actual game itself. Do it before the home run derby. Do something different to spice it up. I love the MLB All-Star Game. To me, it's one of the best in sports. I like that they keep, an incentivized reward to the team in the league that wins where they push to the postseason to see who gets home field advantage. I like that. I love having that because it keeps the players competitive. And to me, this kind of sours it a little bit. Now, again, it's just one roster spot. But to me, outside of the fans, I'm looking at it from the player standpoint. If I work my behind off and I think I'm worthy of being an all-star, and you give it to, a legend who may not be performing like a legend at this point, I'd feel a little salty about it. I just think it kind of it pushes away from the ability for the leagues to progress forward and showcasing their young talent. There's plenty of guys you could put in these spots to be the guys and the stars that they are. And I think this kind of takes it away from them. But I mean, it's just me. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong. Let me know down below if I'm tripping. If I'm doing too much, if this feels like this is the right move for a guy like Miguel Cabrera, if this is cool that you're looking forward to, if you want to see Miggy turn the tide at the All-Star game, let me know down below. Comment on our YouTube channel. Comment on the video. My man AJ Riley put a great article up kind of covering the details of this acquisition and this move by the MLB. Let me know if I'm tripping. Talk to me on our YouTube. Hit us up on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're going to put it all up on all that. And, of course, DetroitSportsNation.com. We'll have the article up soon in due time. And that's okay. If you don't agree, let me know. Teach me. School me. We're going to help each other. I know, as fans, it's okay for us to help each other on our learning curve. So let me know if I'm tripping. Talk to me and let me know if you're excited to check out Miguel Cabrera in the All-Star game coming up. I'm excited to be back with you guys again next week. Again, it's a lot of a lot of Summer League action. Tigers got another stretch coming off of a 5-game win streak. The Red Wings just had their NHL draft. Lions prepping up for the regular season and training camp and preseason coming up. So we got a lot to get into, and I'm excited to kick back into it next week. Check me out. Talk to us. Let me know down below if you're excited for what's going on. And thank you for tuning in and rocking out with us. Again, I am Eric Vincent, your host of the DSN News Desk, and I'll be back to chop it up again with you soon. Peace!